Back here in Lincoln is ready to start the top half of the second. Akayla Bernard about to dig in here. So we start inning number 2. Jensen's first pitch is a dirt ball. As Bernard, OPS is through the roof right now. 7 home runs. She's already matched her season total from a season ago and nearly doubled that slugging percentage. It's sitting at .803 right now. Jensen catches the outside corner at 62. When you get the first inning run support that Alexis Jensen has right now, you got to imagine the confidence is a lot higher.
Just frees you up, and for a freshman like Jensen in the home opener, has to give you a little bit of wiggle room that you'd want to have.
1-1, that's a little floater. Fromm can't handle it, and that will be an infield single. Jensen was late to cover.
Yeah, Fromm retreated to try to go catch that one, as you'll see here, and then that led to no one covering first base.
Yeah, Jensen thought that Fromm had it.
I think even if if Jensen went to cover, it would have been a pretty tight one.
It would have been a tough play, but I'll tell you what, pitchers you're taught if it's hit to your left-hand side for facing home plate, you go over to first base no matter what. Especially on a play like that where you just never know what could happen. The first pitch is in there for a called strike. I know I got yelled at by some of my high school coaches for not doing that. That was not very fun. Fouled off. Now 0-2. Now Jensen is able to go really long distances as well. It's not something you normally see from Ron Revelle handling freshmen. Usually won't let them go the distance, but something feels different about number 99 in black.
Oh, undeniably. I mean, she has come in and just not functioned like a freshman. She has functioned in years beyond her age, and in the words of Jordy Fromm, she's just been very mature in how she's handled everything.
1-2 on the way to Burlage. Bouncing ball to Kuzak, flips over to second and one, over to first, double play.
I mean, that is just textbook. 6-4-3 double play. It might be the home opener the first time the Huskers are at home, but man, are they in late season form.
Nebraska's already played 19 games. Would have had 20 had last Sunday's game against Oklahoma State not been called off due to weather concerns, as Jensen's first pitch is in there for strike 1. This is game number 22 for South Dakota State as Abby Gentry digs in. South Dakota State coming in today at 12-9, but they've dropped their last 5. It was a tough weekend for them in the state of Oklahoma, where Nebraska also was. As we mentioned earlier, they squared off against each other last Friday. It was a game Nebraska took handily in an 8-1 victory. 1-1 on the way. This one is blasted high in the air. Left field looking up as that one is gone. An absolute moonshot for Gentry. And the Jackrabbits are on the board.
I mean, you talked about that 18-mile-an-hour wind, Danny. She put that one up into the airstream, and it just kept floating.
That pitch was center cut from Jensen, and it just kept going and going and going 2/3 of the way up the hill in left field. An absolute moonshot. And you know, Arden, we mentioned this earlier. The long ball has been troubling for Alexis Jensen so far. That's number 11 already this season.
Yeah, she's been doing really, really well in almost every other category, but just giving up the long ball far too often. But to her credit, in media availability, both Rhonda Revelle and Jordy Fromm talked a lot about how she has been using the mistakes as simply information. She doesn't attach emotion to it. She just learns from it. So with 2 outs, see what she can do here.
1-0 on the way is high to Olivia Bolin. She's a Lincoln native, went to Lincoln Southeast. Graduated only a couple years ago. She's in her senior season right now, but got on a couple of all-state teams by some of the local newspapers during her time at Southeast.
Do we think her name was inspired by Bullen Stadium?
Well, that's what I don't.
It's a last name.
It's a last name, so maybe not. But it is kind of ironic that it's a different spelling but same pronunciation.
And she's having a phenomenal senior season, already topped her season best marks in 4 different statistical categories.
2-1 on the way is inside. Now 3-1. Jensen trying to bounce back from that very long home run. Probably went about 225 feet. Left field corner is an even 200. 3-1. Cuts back inside. That's a beautiful breaking ball from Alexis Jensen. You could see how much that locked Bullen up. I'd probably do that too. That was kind of scary.
It's a dirty looking pitch.
3-2 on the way. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Jensen lets out a scream after allowing a long home run. Gentry sent this one into the jet stream and gets the Jackrabbits onto the board, but a beautiful strikeout to end the inning. South Dakota State is on the board. 2-1, Nebraska leads after an inning and a half on Big Ten Plus. Back here at Bullen Stadium, Rhonda Revelle making her 34th home opener. She's looking for another big win today, and you know, she's hop skipping.
Look at the agility.
Look at that.
My goodness. Put her on the base paths.
Winningest coach in Nebraska history, has got this program one of the best places it's been in quite a while. And I can understand why Revelle wants to dance to Chicken Fried that just played in-house. I mean, I wanted to dance to it too as Malia Tomes digs in and takes the ball.
Just her second start this year. Got one over this past weekend at the OSU Tulsa Invitational and made the most of it.
And Malia Tomes is a slugger off the bench as she pops this one up and will go into the seats. Bounces into the Nebraska bullpen. Reminds me a lot of Matt Stairs, a baseball fan back in the late 2000s, early 2010s. I swear, Matt Stairs would come off the bench and would knock one 450 feet every chance he could. Tomes takes this one outside for ball 2.
You know, she has 2 hits this year and 2 home runs. Not a bad stat line.
I rest my case. 2-1 on the way, and that one is outside again. The power's there for Malia Tomes, and we've seen it time and time again. And some of the biggest spots, if you need a home run, that's usually who Ron Revelle is going to turn to. This is a ground ball back up the middle. Reba will throw it over to Burlage and sends down Malia Tomes. Good start for McCanty after a tough first inning.
It was a tough first inning, but honestly could have been much worse. The Huskers did leave 2 on base, and they scored 2 runs before a single out was even made.
Lauren Camazin checks her swing and fouls it off. Already up to 34 pitches is Vacanti. Camazin coming in, hitting .321. As she fouls off another one. This is going to go into the concourse on the right-hand side.
She's hitting .321, but this past week in the last 4 games they played, .429 average in those last 4. So she has one of the hot bats on the team right now.
But down 0-2 right now in the 9-hole. Trying to get Fromm back up with someone on and lays off the high cheese. Nebraska leading 2-1 over South Dakota State. We're just getting going here in the second as Camazin checks her swing. Appeal down, and Dirk Sorensen says no swing, so Camazin will get another. Two on the way now. Kamenson lost this one into right field. Shading back is Boyle and hauls it in for out number 2. Lineup turns over and Jordy Fromm steps back in. And we continue to be amazed by the magician skills that Jordy Fromm has.
I mean, I'm running out of words to describe her truly, because what she does when she comes up to the plate and when she goes into the circle, it's truly been magical. And now with the support of Alexis Jensen on the defensive side next to her, it's hard to even fathom what the Huskers might be capable of this year as long as they get their bats going.
Fromm swings and misses for strike 1, and Jordy Fromm has been doing a little bit more relieving than she's used to. Already picked up 5 saves. Quick pitch, and Fromm laces this one into center field. Diving for it is Bernard. Steals a hit away from Fromm. What a catch. Michaela Bernard flashing the leather. That was scalded by Jordy Fromm, and Bernard lays out for it for a 1-2-3 frame. Huskers don't score. We go to the third. 2-1. Nebraska leads over South Dakota State.